Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here, white is playing to win, and it's white's turn. White has a single winning move. So, if you miss that move, you would probably leave with only a draw or even worse, losing. So, white's pawn is going forward in this direction. And as always, if you'd like to pause and guess the move on your own, go ahead, pause the video and guess the move. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. Here, the thing you need to see is you can't make a king move like to the 7th rank first, because at any point if you lose this pawn, it doesn't matter, you can't win. I mean, yes, you are going to promote the pawn anyway, but simply black will just take it and you can't make any progress. You are going to just capture the rook back, and this is just dead draw. So you can't make a king move like this. You can't get into the 7th rank, and obviously this has no progress, so you assume the first move should be pawn to f7, actually f7, to just promote the pawn. So black has to do something in this position. Black has so many tricks, and black will fight for the draw, and black will start giving us a check by playing rook to e6. So in this position, what do you play is the second question. So as always, if you'd like to pause again, go ahead, pause the video and guess the move. Okay, as I said, if you lose this pawn at some point, it's game over, and that would be just a draw. So this is just a draw. Yes, you can move here, and this is a threat, but black will just simply take it, and we can't lose the pawn. That is my point, and we can't move this way, otherwise the rook would pin the pawn and take it on the next move. So we have to move backward here, and this is the correct move, king to g5. So let me show you why they don't, why the other moves don't work. This is going to be a very dumb move, because we are losing in this position, right? So you don't predict this. I mean, that is just a dumb, but this looks nice. It's attacking the rook, and we are going to push and promote on the next move. But the problem with king to f5 is rook can play a1, and we have to make a king move. Otherwise, if we just promote, we are the one who is losing, and black is just going to capture the queen. For that reason, we can't get behind the pawn. So in this position, after black plays rook to e1, yes, we can go and protect the pawn, but it doesn't really matter, as I said so many times, because at the end of the day, black will just sacrifice itself against the pawn. That would be just a draw. So we have to move king to g5, and black will play rook to e5, mirroring us. So again, we can't move here. It's the same exact idea. So we have to move to g4. So again, black will just mirror us by playing rook to e4. So in this position, we are going to play king to g3, and black will play the same, will play rook to e3, the same idea, mirroring us, and now the story is different. Now we can play actually king to f2, and we can get into the f file, because now the rook can't play rook to e1, right? Because the king is just protecting it, and the king would capture the rook. So in this position, black can't stop the pawn, and we are winning. Not so fast. here in this position, black can play a very clever move, rook to e4. I mean, what does this move do? What does this move do? You might ask, but a lot of players fall for this trap because they just promote into a queen. And all black has to do is just sacrifice the rook on f4, and the queen has to take the pawn. The queen has to take the rook, I mean. So guess what happened? It's a stalemate. Right, so this is just a draw. And how we can escape this draw? We can't, because it's just forced, otherwise we are going to lose the queen as well as the game. So that is very bad for us. So in this position, what do you think the best move? Go ahead, pause the video and yes. Okay, you might play king to f4, f3, attacking the e4 rook, but that is a blunder. You are drawing this game because black will just play here, and we don't have anything to do. I mean, we can play rook to f2 and we can still play for the win, but black will just play rook to e4, and this is going to be just back and forth, right? So after we play here, black will just play here and threaten this, and we can't make any progress. Instead, what we are going to do is just wild, because in this position, after the rook plays to e4, we don't promote into a queen, we promote into a rook. What? We promote into a rook, and this is just a rook versus rook, but the other rook is going to deliver checkmate on the next move. Black has to deal with that. How can black stop this? Black can't stop this. I mean, this is the only way to stop the checkmate, right? So black will play rook to h4, but we can play king to g3, attacking the rook and threatening another checkmate. So black in this position has to choose between the rook and the game. So black obviously has to do something. For example, if black didn't careful with that end, save the rook like somewhere here, this is just checkmate, right? So that is the problem with black, and yeah, I don't know, this is the best move for black, and soon we are going to deliver checkmate with our rook. So this is the solution of the puzzle. So guys, if you want to see similar chess puzzle videos like this, make sure to subscribe and like the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.